Very good afternoon, student. So today is our topic. Today we start our topic second, that's service quality. In last lecture, we discuss what is meant by service quality, what is the significance of quality in our services. Okay. Next, we go through the category of a service quality. In this, there are two category of a service quality. First is objective and next is subjective. Then we learn how to improve the service quality. There are 5 steps. With the help of such 5 steps, we can improve our service quality. Then we discuss the gap model of a service quality. Next is how to measure the service quality. So there are 4 point to measure the service quality. Then we go through what is meant by gap A and the factor which is responsible for the gap A. Then what is meant by gap 2 and the factor which is responsible for a gap 2. So basically there are 6 factor which is responsible uh, uh, for a gap 2. Today we discuss what is meant by gap 3 and the factor which is responsible for a gap 3. Okay. So, what is meant by gap 3? So, gap 3 is nothing but the high quality service performance, which is not certainly even through there are uh, directive available for the performing service well and managing customer properly. So, suitable resource like a manpower, technology system, etc., should be ratified and support the standard to effective and productive. It means the employee should be evaluated and compensated on the basis of their performance along those predetermined standards. Sometimes service personnel do not act or perform as per the customer-driven services standard for the organization. So there may be difference between the actual service performance by the company employee and the customer-driven service standard as the organization is known, which is nothing but the gap 3. So there are some factors which are responsible to arises the gap 3. First one is a defective recruitment. Second is the role ambiguity and a role conflict. Then third one is to maintain supply and demand. Fourth one to non-participation from the customers, and fifth one is the lack of training. So first is defective recruitment. So basically, in a recruitment of a suitable employee is very crucial for effective service delivery and a service organization. The frontline staff engaged to service delivery should have a specific skills and quality which empower and to relate the manage of a customers. Second is the role of ambiguity and a role conflict. So another factor responsible for causing gap 3 is a role ambiguity and a role conflict among the employee. So it's sometimes employee of the service organization become unsure about the role that they have to play in organization because they have their role ambiguity and basically they become confused between the company management and the customer, that is the role conflict. Such employees are not able to perform their duties effectively and it mainly causes that gap 3. Third one, to maintain the supply and demand. To maintain the supply and demand in the service organization is also caused by gap 3. Sometimes, in order to manage assess the demand for a particular services, the service delivery component of the service process is shortened to accelerate the process. So, in doing so, the performance of the service employee get affected, causing the performance gap. Next is a lack of training. So when franchisee is providing the necessary service in the name of main service provider, the frontline employee of the franchisees are not perform as per the standard set, so therefore it causing the performance gap. Next is what is meant by gap 4. So gap 4 is nothing but the promise was to the performance gap. The discrepancy between the service delivery to a customer and the external communication made about the service is defined as a gap 4. uh, that is the promise versus performance gap. So, in a firm, sales staff, advertising, and a self promotion make promise to the customer about the service offered by the service provider. So these promises may be directly stated or they may be implicated. If the service provider is unable to deliver promised services, such gap get created. The factor which is responsible for a gap 4 is a poor education customers, uh, poor use of communication to manage the expectations, and over promising and inadequate communication between the sales and operations. So, first one is a poor education to a customer. Sometimes sales staff tend to make promises which is more than more than they can actually ever deliver. So it happened when they are more than eager to strike a deal or market the services. So they may use formal and informal communication to convey such promises. Second is a poor use of communication to manage the customer expectation. This is another factor causing the gap 4. And the proper use of communication means by the service provider manage customer expectation, which is different formal and informal communication channel which is used by a service provider to identify and to manage customer expectation by, but sometimes they fail to do so. That's why its gap is arises. Third one is over promising. Over-promising in advertising means it is also a factor which is responsible for a gap 4. Sometimes the advertising team, in order to fulfill the marketing objective, and overstate the ad messages. So, due to overstate the ad messages, the over-promising the advertising is happened, and over-promising created, and this created the gap 4. Next, over-promising the personal selling. The sales team sometimes overpromises to the customer about the quality of the service provided. So there is a probability of a losing customer to rival service provider due to underpromising, but even overpromising can lead to the same thing. Next is inadequate communication between the sales and operation. In that it is necessary to communicate the message to the other employee of an organization. If the commitment was made for a strike to deal during the personal selling phase. So these are some factor responsible for a gap 4. Um, so as we know, there are four gaps arises, and the factor to arises such gap. But it's very important to fill these gap and manage or construct some strategy for fill this service quality gap. So there are 9 strategies. First one to create and share the service vision, then locating service point near the customers, then marketing deliver point user friendly. Fourth one to reduce the time gap between service sought and deliver. Fifth one is a product design. Sixth one is unconditional guarantee. Seventh one is a role clarity and empowering people. Eighth one to perform the measurement and reward system. Nine one is a research and training people. So first one is a to create a share as to creating a share service vision. So in that to creating the share service vision, the first step toward the filling service gap is to create a share service vision, an operating strategy and service concept which is convey to the concept of a person in organization. The open communication basically help to service organization to better its service concern, and it is really possible by comprehending the need of the target customer and the what manner for percentages uh, competitor. So second is a locating service point near customers. One of the most helpful tool to enhancing the service quality, lacking service to a door to the customer. Through the approach, the customer would not have to seek service provider. Instead of that, the service provider would seek to a customer. Service is something that is done at hand and when the customer need it. Third one is making delivery point user friendly. In that, keeping the service point user friendly is crucial for a service provider. Services delivery point can be made customer friendly with the help of such various factors, namely courteous staff, cleanliness, warm hospitality, and verbally as well as non-verbally friendly environment is mainly used, and the latest technology can be used for this purpose to locating service point which is near to the customer. It is also help These strategies also help to fill the service quality gap. uh, Third one is fourth one is to reduce the time gap between service sought and delivery time of delivery services. So in that, the service provider should focus on reducing the amount of a time between the customer demanding for a service and the service being actually delivered. So the organization must target and offering any service to the customer is a minimum possible time. So any service offer, the service provider or the organization must have a target to offering services to the customer have a minimum possible time, because it is really helpful to that customer or service consumer to reduce the time gap between services and delivery. It also helpful to feel the service quality gap. Then next is a product design. In that product design, service organization should take a detail and a closer look at the product design and the scrutinize the way in which technology can be upgrade the service product. Latest technology provide opportunity to the service provider is to deliver the most of dependable and zero defect product. Sixth is unconditional guarantee. So, in unconditional guarantee, service organization must decide to give an unconditional guarantee to the customer because it should exhibit the commitment to the customer service, and this act certainly increases the customer confidence in the firm and its product. Next is role clarity and empowering people. So, in role clarity and in an inter-role association are the two important factors which help to encourage the service organization to provide superior quality services to the customer. The role overlapping is a frequent happening to the organization, and this because mostly role of an individual employee which is not distinctly defined, resulting in a confusion and decision. Next is a performance measure and reward system. Service organizations should focus on developing the positive system or service attitude among the service personnel so it can be maintain the quality of a service offered to the customers. And the ninth and the last one to research and training of a people. So in that, a service provider requires the customer feedback and intelligence system in a place in order to constantly observe customer satisfaction. It should also periodically conduct market research and to interpret people, the expectation and changing the customer perception. These 9 point or the 9 strategies help to fill the service quality gap. So in today's lecture, we discuss what is meant by gap 1, 2, gap 3 and 4 and the factor which is responsible to arise this gap. Then we discuss what actually strategies are used to fill that service gap in detail. In our next lecture, um, we discuss this circular dimension or a model of a service quality in detail. I hope all the students understand today's lecture. Thank you. Thank you so much, student.